Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. Welcome back to another video. Are you a little bit bored of your current commanders? Looking to spice up your life? Search no further. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 excellent and very enjoyable commanders that are bound to bring happiness to your next commander game. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's check out these fun commanders. Number 1. Gyome Master Chef, a legendary creature troll warlock that costs 1 green, 1 black and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 5 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Trample. At the beginning of your end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures you had enter under your control this turn. For 1 generic mana, sacrifice a food, target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Any Master Chefs out there? Gyome could be your next commander, ready to bring the cooking to your commander games. This troll warlock is wacky and very cool, offering a rather unique kit that can be highly enjoyable to play and of course brew around. With his Golgari color pie, you can get rather creative with this commander. This opens doors for many strategies such as graveyard recursion, token generating, aristocrat drain. You could even go Voltron with this commander if you wish, since he has trample already attached to him and the ability to give any creature indestructible until end of turn, including himself. This is so cool. Personally, I think the most fun routes to go with Gyome is yes, either the Voltron route because it's so wacky with this chef, or the aristocrat themed deck where we focus on utilizing cards that say things like when you gain a life, opponents lose life, as we can use our food tokens to help fuel this strategy, which is pretty cool. He can be a real powerhouse and has the ability to laugh and shut down any target removal. Just make sure to keep enough mana open and have food tokens to spare, of course, as you give your creatures indestructible, so yes, bypass removal spells. One of the best cards that you can throw into this commander is Academy Manufacturer, which is an artifact creature assembly worker that costs 3 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. If you create a clue, food or treasure token, instead create 1 of each. This is just crazy good when combined with the commander Gyome Master Chef, offering superb value every time that we create 1 of those tokens. Great stuff. 2 other excellent cards to pair with this commander are the following. Merkroot Bats and Nadia's Nightblade, which are going to really help us drain life from our opponents over the game. Super cool. Overall, if you enjoy playing Golgari and want a fresh, unique and highly fun commander to play, then Gyome Master Chef really is a great pick. You can buy this commander for around $20. Number 2, Joda Archmage Eternal, a legendary creature human wizard that costs 1 white, 1 red, 1 blue and 1 generic mana to cast. He has 4 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Flying. You may pay 1 of every color rather than pay the mana cost for spells you cast. So this is one of my all-time favorite commanders, massively diverse and can be built however you want. Joda is fantastic. Around, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, my friends and I, we all decided that we should make a Joda deck. The rules were simple, build him however you wish. That was it. Everyone turned up with a complete different and unique strategy. It was bliss and so enjoyable to play. I remember one of my friends built a Planeswalker deck with him and it was superb, it was really powerful. One small issue though with this commander is that Joda is one of those commanders that demands a highly efficient mana base, since his ability requires 1 mana of each color. The quality of your lands directly impacts his performance, so make sure to focus on adding your best lands to your Joda deck and as many of the best mana rocks that you can get your hands on, preferably those that are creating multicolored mana of course. Don't worry too much though, you can still create a solid Joda deck with budget lands. It may just run a little bit slower, that's all, so don't stress out if you're on a budget. We also have access to green, which means we can use some great land tutors like Rampant Growth as well to help us do what we got to do. What makes Joda so much fun is his ability to cheat out massive spells for just 5 mana, as long as you pay 1 of each color though, of course. The possibilities with him are nearly endless. I've personally built 2 different decks of Joda in the past, and they were both fantastic. Deck 1 focused on dropping gigantic creatures by bypassing their costs with Joda's ability. And deck 2 revolved around high impact instant and sorcery spells, which will help me win the deck through devastating damage or one-sided board wipes, all that type of stuff. Both were very fun, but if you know me by watching my videos on the channel, then yeah, I always would choose a creature-focused deck over anything else. So much fun. One card that goes crazy with this commander is Omniscience, an enchantment spell that costs 3 blue and 7 generic mana to cast. It says the following: you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. So this card is bonkers within a Joda deck. If we can bypass that massive 10 mana with Joda's ability, we can get Omniscience out rather early, leading to game warping crazy plays where we start dropping absolute bombs from our hands for free. Madness. Great fun for us, but not for our opponents. One of the best things about Joda is, of course, his versatility and flexibility. You really can explore and enjoy deck building with this commander. In fact, you could have like 5 different decks with this commander on the go. But yeah, you gotta have all those lands available, so maybe a little bit hard to do so. But you get my point, yeah? Have any of you watching built this commander before? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know how you built this commander. You can buy this commander for around 80 cents, making it very budget friendly to pick up. Number 3, Miirym, Sentinel Wyrm, a legendary creature dragon spirit that costs 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, and 3 generic mana to cast. She has 6 power and 6 toughness and says the following: flying, ward 2 generic mana. Whenever another non-token dragon you control enters, create a token that's a copy of it, except that token isn't legendary. Miirym Sentinel Wyrm is one of the best dragon tribal commanders available, and it's an absolute blast to play. Miriam has it all: fun factor, power, and glorious art. Plus, she is a dragon tribal leader. Who doesn't love dragons? Superb, well-rounded commander you all should try at least once. What's better than 1 mighty dragon? 2, of course. Why settle for a single dragon when you can double up? Miriam, our dragon spirit commander, is bonkers, creating a non-legendary copy of every non-token dragon that enters the battlefield under our control. This leads to some truly explosive and often chaotic games. Don't forget that these copies bypass the legend rule, meaning legendary dragons double up as well without any downside. This is just so good. But wait, it gets even crazier. If you read Miriam's ability carefully, you'd realize that the copies trigger on entry, not just from casting. This means blink effects, reanimation, or any other sneaky way to get dragons onto the field still nets you copies. The value potential is insane. Finally, yes, I know, there's more. Finally, Miriam even comes with ward 2 generic mana for a little extra protection. This commander truly has it all. I'm gushing way too much over this dragon. To build a Miriam deck, the approach is pretty simple. Throw in all your best dragons and enjoy the fireworks. Here's one of my most favorite dragons to combine with this commander: Gold Span Dragon, a dragon creature that costs 2 red and 3 generic mana to cast, and it says the following: flying haste. Whenever this creature attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Treasures you control have tap, sacrifices artifact, add 2 mana of any one color. So Goldspan Dragon is just so cool, an excellent creature to help us generate stupid amounts of mana, and if we're doubling it with our commander Miriam, things just get crazy very fast. We're gonna have access to dozens of mana to cast all of our best dragon spells. Plus, this dragon doesn't cost too much to buy, as it's around $8 right now. Overall, if you like dragons and want a highly enjoyable and mighty powerful commander to run the dragon tribe for you, Miriam is an excellent commander choice. You can buy this commander for around $5. Number 4, Jarad, Golgari Lich Lord. A legendary creature zombie elf that costs 2 green and 2 black mana to cast. He has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following: Jarad gets +1/+1 for each card in your graveyard. For 1 generic mana, 1 black mana, and 1 green mana, sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Sacrifice a swamp and a forest, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, Gerard is pretty neat, right? If you like global opponent damage like me, then you'll dig this commander. Every time we choose to activate Jarad's ability and sacrifice a creature, each opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. So good. The larger the creature's power, the more life our opponents will lose. We can quickly utilize this simple ability to rapidly drain down opponents' life totals and throw them out of the game. Focus on large powered creatures and you'll be having a great time. For me, the approach with Jarad is pretty simple. Build an army of big creatures, use them to attack your opponents, and then whenever you have some spare mana left over, or if an opponent is close to death, you can drain some extra life using Jarad's ability and one of your creatures in play. Focus on ways to reanimate your best creatures and you can reuse all of them over again. It's a very efficient strategy which is both fun to play and solid at winning games. There is one card though that I really want to share with you for this commander. It's pretty hilarious when you combine the two together. Check out Jumbo Cactua, a plant creature that costs 2 green and 5 generic mana to cast. It has 1 power and 7 toughness and says the following: 10,000 needles. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets plus 9,999 plus 0 until end of turn. So this is just hilarious when combined with Jarad. If we can get it to attack and buff him up to that massive 9,999 power, we can then utilize Jarad to sacrifice this funky cactus and kill all players at the table. Pretty funny. So Jarad is awesome. It's pretty easy to build around and highly enjoyable to pilot. So why not try this commander out? Throw in all your best creature spells and watch the magic unfold. You can buy this commander for around $2. Number 5, the final commander on my list today. Baylen, the Haymaker. A legendary creature rabbit warrior that costs 1 white, 1 green and 1 red mana to cast. It has 4 power and 3 toughness and says the following: tap 2 untapped tokens you control, add 1 mana of any color, tap 3 untapped tokens you control, draw a card, tap 4 untapped tokens you control, put 3 +1/+1 counters on Baylen. It gains trample until end of turn. So, any token generating commander fans out there? If so, you'll adore Baylen. This commander is excellent. Likely one of the best token focused commanders available today, Baylen is a real force of power. She can do it all. Tap tokens to generate mana, tap tokens to draw cards, and even tap tokens to grow in power, offering 3 superb options, and all you need is tokens in play to activate them. So much fun. Baylen offers a rather unique twist of token generation, mana generation, and Voltron damage, all when mixed together lead to a highly enjoyable and explosive commander, able to win games out of nowhere. While Baylen isn't any good at generating tokens, she is superb at utilizing them, excellent at making them do what we need to get done. This makes Baylen an exceptional choice if you want to build a token-focused commander different to any other token-focused commander decks out there in the format. One cool thing to note is the tokens do not have to be creatures, yeah? In fact, they can be any sort of token, such as food or treasure, which is very good. However, we need to find ways to generate these tokens in order for our deck to flourish. So, here are some great cards to pair with Baylen. Farmer Cotton, a legendary creature halfling peasant that costs 1 white, 1 green and X mana to cast. It says the following: when this creature enters, create X 1/1 white halfling creature tokens and X food tokens. They are artifacts with 2 generic mana tap, sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. So this is a very good way to build up a large sums of tokens as we get X on both a creature token and a food token. Very efficient here. Another great card is Sadira, Caller of the Small, a legendary creature orc ranger that costs 1 white, 1 green and 1 generic mana to cast and says the following: trample. Whenever Sadira deals combat damage to a player, for each token you control, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. So if we have the tokens in play, we can rapidly grow their numbers with Sadira. So it synergizes nicely with what we're trying to do. Overall, if you like cute bunnies and token-focused commanders, you really need to try out Baylen the Haymaker. It's both fun and powerful to play. Plus, you can get a really cool alternative art version of this card, which looks like this. I'll put it on the screen. But it's going to cost you a lot of money. I think right now it's something like $700, which is crazy. The normal version of Baylen, though, costs only around $1.50, which is way more affordable and does the same thing. So yeah, it's up to you which one you would like to use. Okay, we've arrived to the end of the video. In conclusion, I hope that today I've shown you a fun commander for you to pick up and build. What do you think of the commanders I've listed? Have any of you played one of these commanders before? Do you have any recommendations? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.